Yo,
What is up?
not much. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Same. I've
Um,
uh,
Go ahead.
Five on the box. I got a box to I borrowed someone's just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Playing on it for a bit, see what it's like. If it's broken, I might end up switching one day, but
Really?
for now, mine is
Damn.
explicitly if it's broken. You know, some people are like, "Oh, it's hand pain," or "I can't find a controller." Mine is just like, if it's broken, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's fair. I see. I did the Z jump switch, and that
Oh yeah,
took me like a month to get comfortable with, and
yeah,
like box would be longer than that. I'm just hoping
yeah,
that like Z jump fob is enough to like not be at a huge disadvantage.
yeah.
I'm praying that that's true down the line.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'll always be fine. Like as long as, Cody Schwab is winning every tournament in the world, we can't really complain. But there's something about it that just feels like, dang, it's just every single time you do this input, it gives you what you told it
Yeah,
to.
yeah, definitely.
So,
Anyway,
got a
yeah,
peach.
yeah, Peach today, but also I wanted to start off. I had a specific question about the Falcon matchup.
Yep.
So I've watched some fiction videos, and I even found a video of you, I think, coaching Joey Donuts about
Hmm.
this. And one of the things that is kind of both said is, let me pull up your stream. Is a lot of times you want to laser Falcon, and then like instead of dash dance you kind of just like turn your back and like let
Mm-hmm.
Falcon kind of nair at you, and then you can like react to the second hit of nair, or like you can react to a lot of his aerials. And I've been trying that, and it was working kind of well for me. Like I was getting those situations to happen, but sometimes specifically in the laser turn my back thing, sometimes Falcons would feel comfortable just like spamming knee, and that would
Mm.
like get some
Yeah.
like negative trades for me. And then it was like, well, I mean, I guess if I laser them out of the knee, then it's like they get their double jump out or whatever
Hmm.
mix up out of there. So I'm not sure like what is the eventual like. Okay, I've gotten them to respect. I'm gonna turn my back like, and so they're not doing the nair. They're like doing other things, or like dash
Yeah.
dancing or kneeing. What next is kind of where I'm
Yeah.
at.
So I actually don't start with the turnaround. The turnaround to me is it's like an adaptation almost. My level one is basically, so first of all, every laser I shoot is going to be like this, where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, if it's above his head like this, it's still good because even this frame, if he jumps, he'll get hit by the laser. So it actually prevents the nair out of shield for longer than if it had hit his shield. Because if it had hit his shield, then this frame would be hitting his shield and he would start shield stun now and he'd have
Mm-hmm.
like 5 frames of stun. But right now, he still can't jump. 5 frames is already over, and if he jumps now, he still gets hit by the laser. So it's a longer coverage to where he can't be nairing out a shield or kneeing you while the laser is out. And then my level one is to kind of dash dance with the intention of nairing in with some sort of mid height or late nair. So oftentimes if I hit him out of the air, I'll just nair the landing. And like you said, he can double jump out, which is why I dash dance sometimes, because I'll just kind of laser, and my primary instinct is to go in or just protect myself. I'm not really looking for a big opening on the nair. That's what the turnaround is. The turnaround is
Okay.
essentially the read to where I'll be I'll shoot the laser and I'll be no, 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 I know he's gonna nair this time, so I'm gonna turn around and get the up tilt, and that's a huge opening. But the more forcing move is to nair in, basically, because this is it kind of forces Falcon to nair at extremely specific timings, or start dashing back more, or start full hopping or double jumping out more. Basically, you really feel like you're on a timer, and oh, I only have a couple options to make here before the snare gets me. And it's very good on shield as long as you do this mid height here. Then I mean, I know it's the max height, but it's the mid timing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's -4 on shield. So you do this, and then he basically ends up the shield pressure is kind of overwhelming in this matchup, because if he tries to stomp, you get nair up tilt like this, you can cross up nair up tilt. If he's high percent, you can nair bear. That's also really good. But most of the time, they're just going to end up rolling. So you just kind of end up nair and then reading the roll, and that'll be the overwhelming pressure most of the time. So then I just kind of end up finding this until I realize that no, he's actually just doing nair to shield or delayed nair to shield. So if he's doing delayed nair to shield, well, first of all, you can just get in anyways, right? Because if you just instantly go in, you'll get him. So it's
Yeah.
kind of this feeling that you're always right about to come in with nair, and so he feels like he has to nair, and that's when you can all right, and boom. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta like make him want to nair in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And like the thing that makes him want to nair is you going in. So, and you going in is like good risk reward overall, especially if you have the like, let's say you're coming in and you get nared here, you can switch to DI down and away,
Right.
and you generally will get out. Like as long as you're holding down and away by the time the second hit hits you. I think like ideally it's time so that you get the SDI on the second hit, but I think in general, if you just like react, because like while you're coming in, you know that it's likely you get nared out of shield. It's like the one thing he has, you know. So it's like I'll nair and then like dash dance, and I like I might do this where I'm like just knowing I can't get nared, I can't get nared. Okay, I might get nared, you know. So like as I jump in, it's like on the forefront of my mind, and then if I get nared, I hit down and away, and then you want to like down and away into dash back, like back air or in a roll or something or spot dodge. I don't know. So whatever like defense you do like out of landing out of the nair, because it's definitely like most of the matchup is like him nairing in place, and the more comfortable you are with like high laser dash dance, high laser dash dance, high laser dash dance, find the late nair in, and then that feels really good.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just interesting because like a lot of what we talk about in a lot of the other matchups is like letting the opponent move first. Like we always want to let them do something that we can like stay safe against and punish. But against Falcon, I guess you just have such good pressure that it's worth it to just nair in a good amount of time.
You have really good pressure, and you can't really punish the nair. So like if you laser dash dance and he nairs, it's not an opening for you almost ever. Like dash dance doesn't punish nair basically. So if you just like let him nair, a lot of times you'll dash dance, he'll nair, and then you'll just be laserless Falco against grounded Falcon after he misses. So and then he's just gonna like run up grab or run up nair, and that's like really hard to deal with. So instead you have to like set up some sort of dash dance sequence so that like, because the only way you'll ever punish nair is that you're already here by the time you see the nair whiffing, and then he whiffs and then you get to nair. So you like want to set up the dash so that you're already like jumping in at him. And then the like the turnaround up tilt stuff too, it also only punishes drift in nairs, right? So like you kind of need to have him want to overextend to hit you, which is why sometimes I just do like the laser dash back stuff still. Like I'll just like laser dash back here, and sometimes I just approach off of the dash back instead. So it's like I'm mainly like just making the Falcon feel like he has to come in. And if you're doing the laser dash back stuff and he starts kneeing, you can just start shielding, because if he starts coming in with nair or knee or stomp, any of the aerials basically, like during the dash dance, you don't have up tilt because you're dash dancing, but you have shield, and you might get shine out of shield, but you might get shine out of shield, but even if you don't, you'll still have like you'll be fine, and you'll be like threatening like openings and stuff. So it's like you survive if he goes absolutely sicko YOLO mode, you know. But like if he starts doing that, then eventually he just gets nared in the face because he's just kneeing forward at frame disadvantage, you know. Like it's extremely greedy to do that. So you just laser and a nair in, you'll just kick him in the face before his knee comes out. So
yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Yeah. Also worth noting that in general, nair is better than down air because you hit him out of the air. However, some Falcons spam CC dash grab or CC grab or something. So if that happens to you, switch to down air. But it's just more common to like be dealing with aerial Falcon than CCing Falcon in this matchup. So
okay, yeah, cool.
Nair is also better on shield. So like if you hit him out of the air or shield, nair is better. So
cool. Yeah, going on to this Peach set. So I think actually I want to start with game 2, because game 1 is kind of like I get 4-stocked and like I SD twice, and like there's definitely some like I'm playing a top 100 player jitters happening here. And, like and so it took me, I got a little bit comfortable in game 2, but there's still some stuff of like, oh god, I need to like do this really risky thing to like get back in the game or something that happens sometimes. But I think there's enough of me like trying to do my game plan and getting outplayed that this will be good to go over.
Yep. Do you want to talk about the game plan real quick?
Let's do that.
Kind of like the struggles. Yep. Okay, do you want to go first, or do you want me to kind of talk? So.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna. So the main thing that I had is that a lot of the times against Cermeris, when I was looking at, so my understanding is like, and Fiction talks about this a lot, is like being really picky about your openings. Like you don't have to interact with Peach if you don't want to.
Yep.
And so like I try to be so. What I was finding against Cermeris though is that times when I would see like, oh, that's good enough for me to challenge. It actually wasn't, and I would get punished for it. So that was happening to me. And so just like, so Is it just taking the free openings, or are there some like advantage spots that are
Yeah.
worth playing a mix-up, and like discerning those things? I think would be
Yeah.
a lot of what's helpful for me.
Okay. So I think this matchup, more than any other, is about stage positioning almost entirely. You almost, like, I actually tell Peach mains, I've had a couple of lessons on this matchup from the Peach perspective, and generally the advice I give them is to look at their opponent less and focus more on themselves and where they are on the stage. So basically what it is that Peach is like the best character in the game in this box right here. So if ever she's in this box, you probably don't want to fight her at all, and there's like very little that would incentivize you to fight her. So in this box, it is basically only free openings that you want to fight her, and you want to either be lasering from over here, so you can like laser here, or you want to be on a platform somewhere and mostly defending yourself, not really entering the box. So you're gonna like take your time, kind of like camping her either here, here, or here until you find a way in where it's like she misses a like full hop up air or something. So like a common one, so she's over here just defending herself, doing her like flow cancel. This is all like unpunishable. Like you see it, you can't do anything about it. It's unreactable. And then finally you see like this, like she rises up to try to hit you on the platform. She either full hop nairs or full hop up airs. That's like your key to either defend yourself and hit her. So you can like down air this because she's not as good at like attacking up here. So you can like defend this right here, or you like sneak past her and run, or you like full hop over her and take center. And then once you have center, it's like a completely different game where like over here, now suddenly your whole goal is to basically not let her back in this box. So like if she's like up here, for example, you're just going to like defend this space over here instead of like jumping up and hitting her. You're going to like defend center, and then she'll feel really useless because she has like very few threats from here. So she has to like get back down to the ground. And then generally speaking, the ground game versus Peach, the entire game is playing around dash attack, because all her other moves you're not really going to mess with very much. So if she like nairs or bears, those are like the main ones, or jabs even, you can't really like fuck with those moves. They're like too fast, unpunishable, high reward for her. It's like not really worth playing the mix up. So instead you kind of play this like at this range where you're like, if she dash attacks, it'll miss and you can whiff punish the dash attack. So I like laser dash back, even though you don't really need to dash back against Peach very much because she's so slow, except for dash attack. So it's like it's only dash attack that you're worried about. So you're gonna laser dash back and she's gonna jab, and you don't tell yourself like, oh, I missed an opportunity, because you're just like, okay, she hasn't dash attack yet. You know? Like you're just trying to kind of make her crack to like do the dash attack, like feel the need to dash attack. So when you fight worse Peaches, they'll dash attack instantly and it'll be really easy. And then you fight the good Peaches and it'll feel like they never dash attack, except for B-Bats. If you ever play B-Bats, he still dash attacks like he dash attacks like a bad Peach, but he's a good Peach. It's like
that dash attack is my worst thing too, because like the other mode of bad Peach is the Peach that never dash attacks ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and so I get sometimes comfortable just like, oh, I'm gonna go low laser, high laser right in your face, and then I'll just like eat you alive, and you can't do anything. And then like the ones who like are really opportunistic for that dash attack give me trouble sometimes.
Yeah. So against Peaches, so the way to exploit too much dash attack is easy. You just dash back and then down air them. It's generally you want to whiff punish dash attack. You don't want to stuff it out or something. So like if I laser dash back, she misses dash attack, I get to on reaction down air in, and then I get like a punish. That's pretty good. The other type of dash attack, which this one you can kind of punish either way, but it's like the post flow canceled aerial dash attack. So let's say she's up here and she does fair dash attack. This dash attack, you can either whiff punish it. The problem is you end up having to give up a lot of space. So even in the corner here, she can fair like over here, and you have to basically give up center to stay safe from dash attack, right? So then what if she just floats here, fairs, and then doesn't dash attack? Well, then you just let her back in the box, right? So that kind of sucks. So what I like to do against this, I call it whiff punishing with aerial in place, or aerial in front of her. This is a horrible term, but not very catchy. But let me find the clip. Peach. Aerial in front of her landing is what I have it labeled as. So I'll aerial in front. Every time she does a flow cancel aerial, I'm doing an aerial where dash attack would be. And that's kind of like how I occupy the space where dash attack is threatening. And essentially, the longer you spend in dash attack range without getting dash attack, eventually your attack timings are overwhelming and unpredictable. So Fiction has a really great lesson on Fox versus Peach, and he essentially tells the Foxes to attack as randomly as possible. Like don't like whiff punish the nair. Just spend a random amount of time too close to her and then nair in. And it like the more random it is, the harder it is to deal with for Peach, because she kind of has to call out your timing. She needs to wave dash back down smash, or like already have a fair out or already have a bear out or something. So you kind of like need to find a way to like cover this space right here, and then like I eventually approach like after a whiffed aerial. It's not like a laser approach. It's like I'm kind of occupying this space, and then the longer I can occupy here. This clip is with Peach in the corner. It's like completely different because I can give up so much space. Like, and she still feels threatened in the corner. Even if I'm in center, she feels threatened, and she has no threats on me. So I kind of like, I'm just constantly only thinking about dash attack. In this entire clip, my only thought was dash attack. It should be like automatic that these aerials miss. Like even a drift forward back air, it should never hit you without you even thinking about it, because you should just see Peach as a permanent hitbox that can't catch you. So like you shouldn't even react to back air. You should just pretend back air is already out, like all the time. She never doesn't have a hitbox on her. So the way that you beat her is with a hitbox that beats back air, which like down air and back air both do it. So your aerials do beat her aerials, like if they're perfectly timed. It's just all her aerials. She has like better mobility in a box of like this size, because she can like jump, switch her momentum, float. She has like infinite platform heights because she can float here or here or here, you know. But we kind of have like one short hop, and once we jump, we're committed to the direction we're going. She could like jump away, double jump in, float, back air, land, no lag, and then she has like better threats off of it too, because it's like back air down smash, and her punish game is the easiest in the game, right? It's just like back air down smash, dash attack, nair. That's a 0 to death that Armada would do, and a 0-2 Peach would do, you know. So you just like can't really engage with it. However, the way you do engage with it is just by like beating the aerials. And the reason you can't really just like go beat the aerials is because dash attack is too scary. So dash attack is like the entire thing, because it's like she has this box where we just like, okay, don't interact with this box, but at least it's slow moving. But also she has dash attack here. So you just worry about dash attack and stay outside of this box basically. And the longer you can spend like right here, this will make her dash attack and miss. Or if you spend time here and there is no dash attack, you'll eventually beat her move. But the only way to like beat her move is to like disincentivize dash attack, because you need to spend time here swinging basically.
Right.
So
Okay.
Last couple things is punish real quick. So my favorite clip to show to kind of structure the whole matchup and talk about punish is actually a Leffen clip. Okay. So this clip is great because it starts with an up throw into a missed punish. And from this position, Peach is basically dead for the rest of the stock. She doesn't really get to play. Lamau.
Yeah.
So the entire, this kind of goes back to the entire game is like, she is Thanos in this box right here, and she is like Samus level up here. Like she is like a really bad character. So that's like how polarizing it is for her. So your entire punish game is not, there is no like best opening you get. There is best position you can get. So like this up throw is actually the best punish you can get, even with a missed follow up. Back throw would have been the same thing basically. Anything that dislodges her from this box and then gets her up here or here is like the best punish you can get. And then once you're in this position, your punish is anything that deals any amount of damage and keeps her there. Because if you like, let's say you shine, down air, and then she techs in center stage at 60%, that's a bad punish because now she got back center. And she would rather be in center at 150 than be in the corner at 17. Like that's how important it is for her to keep center. So if you can like back throw her, it is like enormous. And then from here, Leffen does two things. He'll either up tilt down here or back air over here. These are like her two paths back to the box, back to center, right? And she's too slow to like teleport over there. So if she goes this way, she might get back aired. If she drops down, she might get up tilted. She doesn't have like good shield drop options too. So she needs to like get down and then like incrementally work her way in, but like it's so hard. If she full hops, then she's not like, you don't have to go get her, because she'll full hop, float up here, and you're still gonna like cover this space to like, no, you can't come down here. Even if she lands up here, you can let her go, land here, and she still has to find a way back in the box. So you really just like cover her escape path. So Leffen up tilts, back airs this way, and then hits her again because she's wasting time. He would never jump into this down smash because he's only covering the escape paths, right? So when he sees the whip down smash, it's just a free hit, and then yeah. So that is like the entire punish game is basically dislodge her from center and then put her here. And if you look at like the opening, he's just like, okay, well he messed up. He can't really fight her in center, and then he gets one shield on a dash attack. So
Yeah.
not the cleanest opening, but that is the cleanest punish at least.
Yeah. Well, this is great because I'm trying to do this stuff against Samaris. You'll see me try to do it, and then Samaris finds some holes in it. So I'll be curious to see like what the holes are.
Yeah. So this is the last clip I'll show, which is basically the same thing, but from Falco's perspective. So I get a back throw here. So I always say that like this mistake right here from Peach doing a high FC back air that gets grabbed, it's like as bad as getting grabbed by Marth as Falco and getting down throw down tilted, because she gets back thrown here. And my thought in this position is like, you will never see center stage again. Like you will never get to the left of me. You'll spend the rest of the match on the right and die on the right. That is like the goal here. So boom. And then yeah, so the ledge pressure, you can do like different things. You can either crouch or you can like space around it. But like this is like the part that's worth studying like in your match. Going over the details of this clip is not that important, just because it's like whatever, but it just shows how like useless she looks when she's like stuck in the corner. And this game was like very even, right? So like she's at 0, I'm at 140, so obviously the first stock was like dead even, and I just happened to get the kill first. But then she makes an egregious error of getting back thrown in the corner, and then she doesn't even make a mistake in this clip, you know. I mean, kind of, but like obviously there are holes that could have been found here. Like she could have CC'd the first back air, whatever, but it's like so hard. Like it's nothing egregious here. She just is in a bad spot, you know. So yeah, cool. Yeah, so the last thing I'll say is just that these strategies are going to be stage dependent. So how you play around Peach in the box is very stage dependent, because the platform layout is different on every stage, and you will be using the platforms to avoid interacting with her basically. On this stage, it has a very offensive top platform, so you can like come down with down airs or back airs, kind of like in this zone right here. And it's less defensive because she can reach it with full hop nair or up air. So if you're too predictable, you'll just get hit up here, and eventually up air is like scary up here. Like it can actually kill you. So yeah, I kind of think about like, I'm either going to attack with like the edge here, I might drop down laser or run off laser grab. That might be like one of my main openings I'm looking for. Or off of here, a run off turnaround laser or down air or something into grab. Oftentimes my opening is just going to be grab, and then I just want to use the grab to get her out of this box and then keep her out. So oh, I'm at 2 times speed. At the start of the match, I think it's almost impossible to take control of the box, because if you just laser, she just like, she went high, which is kind of interesting, but even if she just like drops down, runs forward, or just runs forward, it's oftentimes just like impossible to stop her from eventually just being here. So it's just kind of like whatever. But you actually like hit her for it, so that's good. That's really good. Wow. Okay, so anytime you have this position, I like to see like this arrow here as like her drift, and then you kind of have to like put up a wall. I often call them border checks. So you have a border check over here where it's like if she wants to get on the stage, there might be a back air or something like waiting here. It's more important to have like border checks like over here and like over here, because if she wants to just use her float or double jump to go like up here, it's like kind of fine. You don't really care about this. Like even if she's here, she's not going to get back to the box that easily if you're like chilling here. So the border checks are kind of like maybe this high is kind of how I see it. You can like throw out a full hop back air and get back down before her, you know. So this is kind of like the area I look, and I tend to think of one here, and if she like outplays me, well then she has to outplay me again here to get in the box, and she's still getting corner pressured. So this is kind of like the quote unquote egregious error where she like snuck under you. So the way that you would want to bear here, so I would have already bared, because I think it's kind of unreactable that she can drift in right here. So I would miss a bear here because she drifted out, but I would like be missing a bear right here right now, and then I would like drift in and I'd be standing here and I'd be looking to like drop down bear, and then that would like cover the something. Because
I reacted to the double jump like, oh, you're gonna like double jump way high up, and like that's not what he did at all. He just like did a double jump and then just fell down to the ground and upset her.
It's like the power of Peach mobility. She's bad at like big mobility across the stage, but like over here she's actually just the most mobile character in the game in a box of this size, because she can like switch her height, double jump, stop double jumping, go down really fast, fast fall out of it. You know, like it's just like boink,
Yeah.
boink, 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 boink. She can like zigzag around. So it's like I always kind of see it's like, okay, I know that from here she can't get up here very fast, like unreactably, but she can kind of do whatever she wants in a box of this size.
Yeah.
But realistically, she won't go backwards very far here, and like yeah, she kind of has one jump, one float. So I'm gonna assume she just has everything, and I'm just gonna have to try to bear somewhere in this zone here loosely. And this is like as vague as I want to be with my read. Like I don't really want to, read exactly how she's gonna get back to center. I like to one analogy I use is like when you're playing Splatoon and you like paint the stage to win the game. You want to like paint the stage with back airs to have like big hitboxes like this big. So if you did like a late bear right here, you put a hitbox here, you closed off like one space. But if you like full hop bear and then like from here you like falling bear, you cover like all this space, So you want to like close off like huge swaths of stage. So yeah, I can see how your bear like it. Other than maybe the timing being off, but it's like even if this was like a little bit later, you're kind of covering like this, but you want to cover like
Right.
So. Yeah, and it is okay as long the better you are at recognizing when you switch from like I'm corner pressuring / juggling / keeping her out to okay she's in center and now I'm becoming impossible to hit until she lets me sneak back in. So like this I like. Okay, yeah, she kind of just gave it to you. So yeah, and then on the ledge it was just roll. This is fine. It's just roll down smash, just a mistake.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a Peach Punish game. You should always, like, the best way to not get tilted by Peach Punish game is just accept that the matchup is that you should be, like, impossible to hit, and the consequences are, like, enormous. Like,
Yeah. Like a lot of matchups with Falco.
Yeah, with Falco, yeah. It's also kind of a lot of matchups with Peach. It's like, the hard part for Peach is, like, getting a hit or catching your opponent. Like, she like, this matchup is extremely annoying because it feels like how will I ever hit Falco? And then you watch a VOD and they're like, oh, okay, I happened to hit Falco. But I mean, his downer didn't come out on my roll. Like that's not what she wants to rely to find openings, It's
Right,
like,
yeah.
it's almost lucky, She's like, if I get lucky, then I get to down smash, dash attack, kill him,
Right.
So that was pretty good. Yeah, so I prefer on this stage specifically, the fact that short hop bear covers this platform is like an enormous advantage. So even if she floats here, I think she'd use her resources, but like even if she floats here, I would be doing short hop bear, short hop bear, short hop bear. I would like basically she can't make me full hop from here. It would be kind of like Leffen-esque where I'm either up tilting here or doing short hop bear right here. And if I do full hop, it would be to the top platform and I would land up here. Because if I miss a full hop bear, land here, and she's over here, I can almost always like wave dash back air again, and then I'm like covering this zone twice, and it's like very hard for her to sneak past a whiffed bear that's done in this way because you're either rising to center or fast falling from the top platform, and then she's just like, oh, I'm like super stuck here. So yeah, so this is kind of her opening to where like anytime you complete a jump with Falco, you're kind of like you lose some mobility. So she did get hit by the falling bear. It's just a better mix-up if this had been landed here and then you do drop through bear because you gain more options. This is kind of like your only option now is to falling bear. So yeah, it's just like more dynamic to add the platform in. That's another straw hop bear. This is something that might have been in the Joey Donut lesson you saw. He was very afraid of this position because of the forward air. And I was like, just trade with a back air. Like just almost mindlessly AC back air as fast as you can here. And then do like a little bit better than mindless, like try to make a read. But like even mindless back airs are pretty hard for her to beat with forward air. Especially, this is something that you really get to feel if you ever play Peach, if the float height is wrong. Because she can only fair starting at this height now. She can't like drop down, fair, and still have it be auto-canceled. So she needs to fair from up here, which is actually a little bit too high now. Because if she fares here, she needs to dodge the platform, first of all. Because if ever she fares, lands on the platform, boom, she just gets AC bear. Because AC bear from here, like you'd have to, I think you have to stand like at the high part here. If you stand here in AC bear, I'm pretty sure you just hit here. So you can just, yeah. So you're basically just like, this is so hard to cover with bear that Peach should feel like I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to drop down here and grab the ledge. Or she's going to land and try to shield an AC bear. And then she's not in a good spot because she doesn't have like a shield drop Marth forward air. She's going to like shield an AC bear. And then it'll be a left hand clip. Like she'll be stuck here, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll do another AC bear, or she'll like jump and then try to get over you and get bared over here or something. So yeah, this area is all about like bearing this zone. So the laser is okay. Yeah, you basically still do it. And like anything that gets her back off is like almost the same because you realistically won't kill her till 150. I just think the
Right.
bear is like a little more consistent, but anything that keeps her off until 150 is like good in my book. So
And then this, I know what to do here. I just messed it up over and over again in this set.
yeah,
Like the
so
crouch and react with F smash.
I personally just grab. I think this is really hard to react to with anything
Really?
other than grab. Yeah. So, because most of them shield, and then grab is like the easiest thing to beat shield with. Because like I think I saw a video on Twitter by Pipsqueak saying that he can reaction down tilt with Fox, but that it was like on the edge of human reaction time. Down tilt was.
Yeah,
So it's
down
like
tilt's hard. I found out that F smash, I think, is not that bad if you just. Because I have an easy time distinguishing between roll and the pair of things, get up attack and stand up,
Yeah.
which are hard to differentiate from each other. But if you just F smash at the same timing after your crouch, it hits both. So that's what I was labbing. I fuck it up here, but I've gotten it in other
you know
sets.
if you labbed both under and over 100%?
Only over. I can't do it under.
Yeah.
I can only
Okay,
do
yeah.
it over. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can't do it under. And an over, I wasn't 100% sure. But I will say that I think that sometimes if you F smash, they can like hold in or shield DI in here and not fall off. And then you get shield grabbed and die. So if you are late, the consequences can be dire. And this is
True,
a spot where we don't really need to be taking risks to be like screwing her over. That's why it's like the grab F throw, even though it feels lame, is like insanely broken. Because Peach just like gets up, gets F thrown, gets back here. She like tournament winners, gets bared, and then she like gets back here. She like double jumps, you laser her, she falls back down. You know, like
Yeah.
she just like really feels so stuck that at no point are you like, all right, let's go like for a big read. Now, if you just got it like that, like if you actually know that you can do the F smash, then just do the F smash. You know,
Yeah,
I just,
the thing I worry about with
personally,
F throwing over and over is like the puff matchup thing you mentioned is that eventually I might just make a tech skill error and get grabbed.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
if
true,
I just
yeah.
really F throw like 10 times to get the kill, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
relying on.
Yeah, for me, it's more that the F throw disincentivizes regular get up. And then if she starts doing tournament winners, I'll find back airs. If she starts rolling, I'll forward smash.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I think the regular get up is the hardest one to punish. If she is regular get upping all the time, I'll start reading it with a downer in place. And I think that's the easier,
Gotcha.
less risky option. Because if you downer in place here, you often get double down air, and that's a kill at 100, and that's a gimp, you know? So
Yeah.
whenever I get a double down air kill on Peach, I'm like, gimped her, you know, even if it's at
Yeah,
100. Yeah. So. Ooh. Yeah, so that's prime. You fought Peach in center stage here.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
it's just like even her dash dance is pretty good. Like and it's her dash dance isn't like good in terms of like mobility, but she just has some of the best threats out of it. Her dash back, one of my favorite options as Peach is dash back and then down smash. Like you just go into run for one frame and then down smash, like crouch down smash. And it is like devastating because you dodge like any Falco like from this range you can't approach dash back because she could run away down smash and it's a kill at 0, right? Because like
Right.
you're fast falling, you probably take at least 2 hits, you get knocked down, you probably miss the tech, you get dash attacked, it's over, you know. So over here he does grab here, he probably has a better punish game off of grab. My Peach would just like down smash or bear or something. I'm sure grab is correct here. It's just
I think he kills me off this. No, I
yeah,
guess he doesn't.
easy, boom.
Yeah.
I do think that Falco on the ledge is pretty good. So, from Peach's perspective, even here on the ledge, Peach still has to be thinking about the box, in my opinion. So she can't really like ledge pressure you that hard. So you can like threaten ledge dash shine or side B through her, or jumping up here and then full hopping. Because while you can kind of prevent her from getting back in the box, she can't really do the same to you. Well, she can. She prevents you from getting in the box just by being in the box. She doesn't
Right.
like cut off your angle because like if you're here, you basically can guarantee that you can survive another 30 to 40 seconds probably with like full hops and stuff. So that's kind of like my thought process is like when I get here. So this was fantastic. Anytime you get past her, I'm like enormous, you know, because like she should have just spent the rest of the stock in here and killed you from center. That is like the ideal Peach stock. If you're camping, she should be in center, and her like next step should be to pull a turnip and then be center stage Peach with a turnip, and then
Uh-huh.
like you're camping and you're like afraid of like jump turnip throw nair or something, you know. And if you're camping over here with lasers, she has power shield throw turnip, and then you're like, oh well, fuck that, you know.
Yeah.
So she should just be like super focused on this. So he's probably being a little like greedy of like I just force talk this guy.
Yeah,
Go hit him in
exactly.
the corner. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Obviously, the dash attack probably has a better punish, but when you shield this, you know that you're like probably doomed because Peach shield pressure is like overwhelming also.
Yeah.
So there's Nair grab and Nair bounce smash to worry about here, or Nair jabs. So you end up rolling after the dash attack. So in theory, you shouldn't roll because it's dash attack, but you probably didn't react. You probably were like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I got naired. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you do
Uh,
with Peaches on the top platform here? Like, can you pressure her drop down in a meaningful way, or how do I try to hold center here?
Okay, so there's two ways she might drop down. She might drop straight down with a back air, which kind of covers this, which would require you to stand here and back air her, kind of. So you like walk up here. You don't really want to up tilt because if she drops down, she can float, and that's a mix up that I don't. Maybe it's worth playing if you like really know them, but if she like drops down, floats, back airs, like you miss an up tilt, you die. But if
Yeah.
you like miss an AC bear, it's kind of fine. The second way is for her to run off here and then double jump in and bear, and that would kind of like get all the way to like here. That's kind of like a Yoshi angle of attack,
Hmm.
like the character. And like so, there's basically like she's gonna come down somehow like this. So you kind of have to just respect this area, and then you want her landing to feel pressured. So instead of like the Leffen clip where you won't even allow her to like you just put a border check over here and she can't get past the bears over here. You kind of will let her land, but then her landing will feel very scary because she will like have just whiffed a move and you'll be like right here either like mid laser or mid dash dance about to down air or about to grab her and she's like playing a losing mix up upon landing kind of because she like barely missed a move. You also, I mean, depending on the percent, I think the higher percent you are, the harder this is, right? So her percent almost doesn't matter because she's just like the tank character that can do whatever she wants. But your percent matters a lot because if you get clipped by a soft bear here, you get like knocked off stage and die. So at the higher percent you are, you might be more inclined to just let her take back center from here because the bear suddenly becomes really hard to deal with. If you were low percent, you could just like spam short hop bears over here. And then like if she tries to drop down and clips you with bear, you like tank it, land, run up, grab, you know, or something. Like you would be like totally fine. But because you're high percent, this like looks hard to me. So I don't
Okay.
mind the laser. If you want it to be more precise, you get like smaller movements are good against Peach because she has so little movement. So this like full retreating laser is really good against Marth and Fox because you like need to ensure that you get the laser out, and they're very scary characters. But against Peach, you probably could have landed over here and guaranteed that you don't get hit by anything. So like a
Right.
half retreat laser or something. But it's not that big a deal because even if you land this really good laser here, there's still an argument to be made that you don't have to play a mix-up off of this laser. You can just dash back and then like start camping her again because she kind of like got center, and it's just kind of hard when you're high percent. So
Yeah.
yeah, nice. I generally am a forward tilt non-believer in a lot of spots, and my favorite alternative to it is laser turnaround backflip late back air, which is not really the same tool,
Yeah.
but it kind of acts the same in a lot of ways, where it's just like laser into like spaced move that can't really be punished. But back air ends up being way higher reward. The benefit of laser forward tilt is that it combos. So like if ever you hit the laser, the forward tilt will also hit. That's not true for back air, but back air is better on shield. So if I laser backflip turn on bear, and then I can backflip turn on bear again or turn around jab or something off of it. That was a West Balls thing he used to do. But yeah, so that might have been a spot where if you just hit a bear, maybe she's just dead, especially on the
Okay.
stage. So
I hear it didn't feel like I could
Oh,
stop that turnip pull at all.
yeah, that's really annoying. I've had Peaches that wait like the entire 20 seconds and then do this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, ah, fuck, I don't really. Yeah, that seems just annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I did,
I
it's
don't-
the first piece that did that to me. Just actually
Yeah.
looking for it.
Maybe it's easier to react to if you're doing the crouch flow chart over here because then you're
Yeah.
close, and then maybe you can like dash out a crouch, double jump nair, land on
Yeah.
Randall. But that seems scary. So
Yeah. Oh, I got
Yeah,
owned so hard by that turnip.
yeah, that's crazy. Damn. I think that peach with a turnip is like pretty hard to deal with. So definitely this. If ever you fought Link, I've been
Yeah.
fighting Link a lot recently. I don't know if you've heard of TPN, but
Yeah, I've
matching
fought
with him
TPM
online.
before, yeah.
Yeah, but he does his mix up on the ledge. He either forward airs from the ledge, which every Link does, or he does ledge hop bomb pull. And
Yeah.
once he has bomb, I just like can't fuck with him. Like ledge hop bomb is like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So ledge hop turnip is like kind of the same. It's a little worse because her double jump is so bad.
Right.
So like I would not preemptively laser, although maybe it's because she's on the. I guess Randall's kind of fucking with you, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about the lasers here, just because her double jump is so slow that if you're just standing here, it's like more threatening to be like I could down air at any time or back air at any time. That's like more annoying for her than this laser is. At this point, she no longer cares about the laser damage, and something I kind of think about with Peach is that she's already so immobile that the lasers don't slow her down as much as they slow down everyone else. So like she's already can't reach where you are right now, you know? So you don't need the laser to prevent her from like dash attacking you from here. Like she can't possibly get up and dash attack you in the next half a second. Like she's to bloop 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 bloop, you know, to double jump up. So the moment you hear double jump, you can like down air in. And the down air would actually blow through the turnip here. And so like that's like one thing you can think about is just to like one thing I would do is when I crouch here, when they double jump, sometimes I just forward smash, and it's like really hard for her to dodge a forward smash because her double jump is so slow, and she can't rising aerial. She needs to double jump for a while before she's allowed to aerial. Otherwise, she just cancels her double jump and falls and dies. You know.
Right.
So same with the turnip throw. She's not allowed to turnip throw until she gets up here because if she does like double jump turnip throw, she cancels her double jump and falls. Yeah. So basically, like, this area is actually not very safe for her, and this is a pretty greedy way to get back on stage, because any hitbox here would just kill her, so, yeah. Yeah, that's whatever. Punish game. Yeah, so the moment you come down invincibly, so here you kind of have a border check here, so don't let her ever get above you. Make her grab the ledge. And if she grabs the ledge, the next border check is over here. And my like biggest focus on Falco recently, kind of in all matchups, has been around the context of these edges of the platform. I think Falco becomes like a broken character with like the edge of a side platform, basically. Yeah. So a big question is to how can I use, like what's the best edge of a platform to use? This is a little bit less clear on this stage because I think you also have to use the top platform. But if you think of this as like your go-to for how I'm going to pressure her, well, you have run-off back air and run-off turnaround laser and like shield over here and drop down back air. And it's almost like you get an air dash. So you have like a short hop, and then your full hop is like way too tall to be useful in most cases, like goes all the way up here. But this is like a mid hop. Yeah. So you can like, it's almost like a Peach float level of mobility where you could jump forward and then double jump backwards, waveland, turn around laser or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
The tech skill is like kind of hard to be super optimal with it. I think it's like super worth it.
I've been practicing this shit a lot. I saw you posting about teeter stuff. I've been like practicing that recently, and like all kinds of. I've actually been focusing on movement off the platforms a lot too.
Yeah. So I like this clip. So this clip starts basically at the power shield dashbacks here. So I'm in center, but I don't have a laser yet. And so the way I think of it, especially on this stage, because this stage is so big and doesn't have a top platform, it's kind of like which edge of the platform are you going to play around? And this stage is unique because the outside edges can be used for corner pressure as well. And this edge is like, they're far away from each other, the inner edges, and there's no top platform to help you in like the middle. So like while Peach loves being in this box in the middle, Falco actually doesn't like it as much. He prefers picking one of the edges of the platform and playing around that. So like in this clip, if this was Fox, I would probably go to the other side platform edge and then just play around this edge here and be like, get like waveland off laser, waveland down, drop down laser, waveland down, downer in place, and just like fight Fox at this edge and hold that space. But because Peach is really slow, I'm going to use this edge of the platform. And what I end up doing is short hop, double jump, waveland down. And then from here, she's still worried about my attack. And she, like, even the short hop, she was worried about the attack, so she had to wave dash back. But then from here, I'm going to run off, turn around laser. And now it's like, see, like, this edge has just given me all this space. Like, she was just, like, terrified of, like, the approach here. And now I basically transition to this edge with that laser. So I do laser approaching laser because she's so far away. And now I have this. And I end up not needing it for this specific interaction. But I get the added option to like double jump waveland off back air over here into the corner, or waveland down and then from down I could run off down air or drop down laser and stuff like that. So I end up just going for the grab. But this like context of like I'm gonna play around one edge of the platform is really useful for like stage control and for not making you like overextend. So over here, to me, this is a very clear cut like this is the edge that you're gonna play around. So I would probably, yeah. So this laser, so kind of the way you get yourself to not go too far away is by using those platforms. Because over here, I would already be like on the platform right now, and then like threatening a runoff back air or something like this. I think this like it's easier to hold this space than to just hold the ground here because you're kind of like afraid if you stay in here because Falco's not like that safe, you know, like without lasers. So you kind of like give up space to laser, and it ends up being okay because Peach is so slow she still can't get out. So you can pressure from really far away, and you get back here. And now I would like go back to either thinking about this. If you want to win this interaction directly, it's probably like shine grab or something. But I don't like approaching laser shine grab and stuff because how often do you like approaching laser Peach and you just get down smashed? You know, so it's like imagine your shine is just barely too small and she's mid down smash here, and you're just like super sad. So yeah. And also like now is a time, kind of what you were saying, like if you forward throw her infinite times, now you just want to back air because back air is actually a kill move now, right? Alternatively, you can start hella spamming jab. It's really good Peaches. He's probably good at this. Really good Peaches are good at DIing the jabs away so that you don't get jab back air. But jab back air is guaranteed on DI in or no DI. So if like you can do like laser jab, 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 and even though it's like technically, like one jab is unsafe on shield, and technically the second jab is unsafe on shield. But because you can like stagger it, it's like not at all reactable. So if you do like one jab into the slowest second jab, then if she tried to shield grab the first one, she gets she dies, you know. So same with like what if she waits for the second jab and you just do single jab, crouch, single jab again. Well, now you've reset it and you have a second jab again. So you can like jab, 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 and then the second one hits her or something. That pressure is like insane. So and if she's in shield trying to shield grab you, she probably won't be holding away. Although in theory maybe they should be. That might be like a development in the future.
Yeah.
In my experience, whenever I get people with that like jab, like right here, instead of down tilt, jab, 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 and then like that shield grab dies if you jab her, probably because like is he really holding away while doing the shield grab? Probably not. Shiny kill move.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So again, I would probably be looking at first this edge, then this edge. No, and first you actually have to defend like this area right here. So I might be here right now. Think like Falco kind of like doesn't necessarily defend the spot by being there. He like picks the spot he wants to defend and then picks the spot to defend it from. In my mind, the waveland off bear here is like pretty good for like protecting here. This is like my concern is that she lands here, runs to center, is in the box, right? And I'm less concerned about her dropping all the way in the corner and running to the box. That's a little slower. So I want to like first be ready to bear over here after she lands. So she can land here or she can land here. And either way, I don't want her to land here and then go here. So like I'm going to need to place a bear here. And I don't want it to be a rising bear because then I'm stuck here laggy and that sucks. So I either need to full hop falling bear over here or I need to waveland off bear here. I like this one more because I can waveland back bear at any time, while the full hop bear is kind of telegraphed. It's like full hop, I'm going to bear, you know? So you could full hop, double jump, bear or something like that. Or you could just land here and then start AC bearing because the trade again is like death. So that's the first bear. So see how like you rising bear, and if I was a Peach now, I would immediately land, and I'm still not out of the woods because Peach is so slow. So she's gonna use that bear. Okay, yeah, she lands all the way down. So she used your whiffed bear to kind of like get a bit of time, and now she needs one more mistake from you to take space, you know, and then you kind of go up here. So the moment she lands down there, let's say you whiff this bear, boom. Boom. So now, okay, yeah, you're a little too far to use this right now. But ideally, when she lands here, you're using this edge because now she like run off bear would be like really overwhelming. And if she doesn't try to move forward, drop down bear like hits her in the corner. So now she has to shield, and suddenly you get like drop down, I don't know, run up grab, which kind of sucks at this percent, but whatever. Maybe you just drop down bear no matter what. She grabs the ledge, and then you just do more bears. Like it can be a drag to kill Peach. Like if she's Armada made an entire career off this percent, you know? So you just like don't crack. Like you have to know that like one of you is going to crack, and if he cracks, he dies, and if you crack, you also die, and then the game's over. So
Yeah.
it's just like if you both don't crack, this is actually like it will last a little bit longer, and it's fine. It is definitely favored for you. It should be
Yeah.
like she should also not hit you from this position. It's just really annoying. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think jabs will make your life easier. Every time I see
Right.
you in like a pressure situation, it just looks like jab would be easier. So yeah, up
And I
smash is
crack.
yeah, you crack.
That was me cracking.
Yeah, I like a jab up smash, but like raw up smash tends to be pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another one. So when she's like this, basically the only punish you can get, so like she's either gonna drop down or do the double jump thing, right? And the only punish you can get is grab, basically, because she's at 0. So you don't like really have a punish. And I always like to tell people that grab is the same punish as shine in this matchup. Like in every other matchup, shine is like your combo starter, but shine actually doesn't really do anything in this matchup. At any percent ever, it's not that big a deal, because even at 0, it's actually the same as like an up throw. You might
Yeah.
get like one aerial, like shine. The dream is like you get shine full hop forward air, it hits 3 times, you land here, you up tilt, and then you down air, and then she like techs in, and then you down air, and then she's still in center, and it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how much damage you get. The only exception is shine off the top on Yoshi's, but that's like DI specific. So instead, just think of like your opening will be a grab into a back throw, probably a back throw, but maybe an up throw if you want, or a down throw, whatever. All your throws get her out of the box, right? So like over here, it was probably like a laser dash grab back throw into like back throw, forward tilt, laser again, turn around, start back airing, and like just keep her out. Like that's kind of like the
Right.
pipeline. Yeah, I think you can bear more here as well. I don't know if you've like haven't experimented with it much, but the AC bear hitting this platform, it like changes the character. It feels like you're playing like Marth, where like or Falcon up air, like how Falcons like you land on a platform and they just brain off, go like up air, up air, up air, up air, up air, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do, It's kind of like that. Like if you just start doing AC bears here, it's like really annoying.
Can I-
As long, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, isn't it possible to lose a down smash trade?
Yeah, I was gonna say be out of range of down smash. So like
Yeah.
you can kind of bear like here, so she can't run. I've never had him like walk down smash it. That would be crazy.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Her walk's pretty slow, right?
yeah. High heels.
Yeah.
One tip I heard from someone one time was that so shield is something you want against specifically dash attack and really nothing else. So they said to only shield when Peach is on the ground. This was a Fox tip more so than a Falco tip. I think Falco, a better tip is to never shield ever because you should just laser when she's on the ground. While Fox, he can like dash dance and then like use shield as a bait kind of to like get in range of dash attack, I guess. But definitely if she's in the air, you don't really want to shield. In general, roll and full hop are your defensive options. So when you're like scared because you just whiffed a down air here, you should ask yourself, do I want to roll or do I want to full hop? Not really, do I want to shield? Because if you shield, it's like kind of doomed anyways. So
Right.
you can like pick a direction to roll here. On average, you want to roll away because she's so slow, she probably won't catch you. You are giving up stage. It's just kind of like fine to accept that you can't contest stage with her. Like when you're both here, it's actually her spot, unless you already have her in your arms from grab, then you can like throw her out of it. But if you're both in center, it's actually she has center. That's what's happening there, Nice. So I would have back thrown here. In my mind, is
Gotcha.
the up throw. I used to call this up throw to die against Peach is like the most common neutral opening for Peach, where you just up throw, you full hop, and then you run into an air. And
Yeah.
it's so good at lower levels to do up throw, full hop, up air, double jump bear. It's like an enormous amount of damage. It's like 50% off a grab or something. And then at high levels, it's up throw, full hop, get aired and die. So it's just like it no longer works because they just SDI the lasers. So yeah. And instead, if you just think of it that like when you up throw, she's actually still so stuck, like right here. Imagine you just walk to here or something. On this stage, I'll just back throw because back throw always puts her in the corner. I have a clip I like to show for this one. So boom. Boom. See how like she starts panicking like really quickly. Basically, the thing about Falco juggling is that this area right here is being threatened unreactably. So this is kind of a concept in all matchups that like once they get here, they are worried about full hop back air. unreactively. So this
Yeah.
is where Marths are going to side B, forward air, counter, double jump, air dodge. So generally, everyone will start using resources when they cross this line over here. So it's really like solid to have your level 1 be to not full hot bear here and
Right.
just like observe them, because even if like they respect this, what they do is they save their resources and they fall to here, and they haven't won yet. They can still lose to up tilt back air, you know. So you can just like wait and like, let's say she double jumps, she floats. Oh, wait 1 second, someone's coming in.
Very good.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So let's say that she like uses her double jump here. Let's say she used her float or whatever. Now let's say she doesn't air dodge, like she doesn't panic. Well, she might still lose to back air or up tilt here, right? Like it's not like it's like a great falling mix up for her. So
Right.
it's just like very solid to do this as your level 1, to just up throw, don't do anything, don't do anything, and then like short hop air or short hop up air over here. And if she like regularly comes down into you, she'll just like die. And if you just see that they're never using resources, then you just start full hop airing them more. But it's a very good level 1 to get to just observe them more and like see what they do. So because in this case, whoops, didn't mean to click. In this case, he just falling nared, right? So I think you actually didn't do anything. Let's see. What was the punish here? Yeah, you actually did it
Yeah.
right. It's just that your waiting option. So wave dashing tends to be extraneous movement unless you have a really good reason to wave dash. You would rather just be in dash. It's basically, especially with Falco, 15 frames of lag every time you wave dash, where you
Yeah.
can't react to something. So you did actually 2 wave dashes during the up throw. So it actually, like, if you think about it, you just can't do anything for basically the entire time. You just up through her and then like broke your own shield, you know. Instead, you want to like up throw and then like in my clip, I was doing foxtrots. Even dash dancing, I think, is a little bit worse than foxtrotting, because when you foxtrot forward, okay, I did dash wave dash, but then I'm gonna start foxtrotting, and
Okay,
it's
yeah.
because it kind of lets you dash up tilt if you want to. But if not, you can dash, and at any time you can dash back here or something. So you're like always open to basically backing her on the way down. So this, I guarantee you, if you set this up in Uncle Punch, this like you would miss it. Like let's say you knew that this is what it was going to do, this falling nair. It is actually awful and extremely easy to punish. Like
Yeah.
you would punish it every single time. The only reason that you're like not punishing this is because your like mental stack is a little overloaded with like, is she gonna land on the top platform? Is she gonna double jump? Is she gonna float? Is she gonna go left or right? But it, like if you just up throw and like watch her and then like have kind of like no expectations and just realize this was her fastest, most aggressive option, and it's slow and bad, you know?
Yeah.
So. Oh. Ah. Might have been a roll angle. The moment you're here, like
Oh,
now that you
yeah,
have
yeah.
roll, yeah. I don't think it's true with Peach, but something Larry Lur told me in 2014, the Ultimate player. He's like, Falco's roll is faster than all of Puff's movement. So whenever you roll away from her, she literally can't hard read it. So that, like, you know that clip of Mango reading Armada's roll in
Yeah.
like Genesis 3? Like if this was Falco, he would have jumped and not caught Falco because she rolled faster than her. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure in this clip, unless she's already starting her dash right now, she just can't cover roll. Like it's incredibly hard to cover roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which she
does
would have been.
preemptively dash. He might have gotten you, to be honest, because that probably is his thought. Is like, oh,
Yeah.
Falco is gonna roll here, because like, why wouldn't you? So,
Yeah.
which means the mix-up might be full hop. So in my
Yeah.
mind, it's like if you ever visualize where Falco's roll and full hop put you, they're just so fucked up far away that like
Yeah.
trying to cover both is insane. So if he wanted to cover full hop, he just nairs here, and then you're probably
Yeah.
dead. But if he nairs here, he's definitely not covering roll. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a 50-50. I mean, it's a losing one, but
Yeah.
nice. As long as she doesn't get back in the box, anything you do is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did she get back in the box here? So that was pretty good. Okay. So she kind of dodged the waveland off back air angles. So from here, okay, maybe it's just a tech skill issue. Because I think you can start your bear here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your bear actually just hits her. 'Cause it's already
Oh
down.
shit!
So,
You're totally
yeah.
right. That's crazy.
Yeah. So the like Splatoon paint the stage with bear, it's just like even more If so,
Yeah.
your bear came out here, and it's like really good to have the bear cover like more and more space. Because in my mind, that like I was like, what would I do instead? I would I almost never short hop bear up here. That seems like very wasteful to me.
Yeah.
Like it takes too long to short hop bear here. So instead, I was like, well, of course, waveline bear, but she actually snuck past it, and I don't think she should be able to. Yeah. Now
Right.
that I rewatch it, I can see the bear is coming out too low.
Yeah.
So it's just like do it ASAP. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's your first. It's really easy to forget what you're supposed to do because you just reset and you're like, okay, let's push in.
Yeah.
But when you just reset, it's like, okay, in this position, you almost never enter the box. You have to like
Yeah.
always take your time. And so when you just enter the box like beat one, Peaches love when people enter the box beat one. They're just like, hell yeah. Have you ever heard a Peach say like, you know what? People are approaching me too much.
Yeah.
And on Twitter, they're always complaining about people not approaching them. That's what
Yep.
bugs them, you know?
Yeah.
I always say that like Peach took away a bunch of stat points in like maneuvering around the stage, and then put all the stats in like tankiness, damage, percent trades, you know, and stuff like that.
Uh,
And then they just complain that they don't have stats in moving around the stage. And I'm like, well, that's not fair. You can't like allocate all these stats here and then just tell people they're not allowed to do the thing that you know took away all your stats in or
Right.
whatever. It's like that's just cheating. Like
Everybody wants their characters to be the best in all ways.
yeah, exactly. Because Falco took away a bunch of stats and like what's the word like I don't know, fragility or whatever. He's
Yeah.
very fragile, you know. So
Yeah.
when we complain that people can just down throw down tilt us, it's like yeah, but you can move across the whole stage, get frame advantage whenever you want, have huge
Yeah.
combos, you know. Like I think when you're invincible, okay, so one tip I tell people sometimes, this is not like a universal truth, so this one doesn't count. But I tell people not to laser when they're invincible because you don't need frame advantage when you're invincible.
Right.
So you would rather just like early approaching down air over here and
Yeah.
like it's kind of covers the same distance and whatever, you're not going to get punished, you're invincible. You might barely have time to down air here and then that's your final read basically. And because the way I think of it is you kind of need to like with your invincibility, what should happen against Peach, like in like both players, like game theory, both players know the matchup or whatever, is that Peach gets out of center because like she can't hold center against, even though she's the best in center, even an invincible Falco can beat her, you know?
Right.
So she kind of has to leave center. And then what should happen is that Falco doesn't really hit her during his invincibility, but
Yeah.
she's out of center at the end. And then you use the center stage position to win from there
I see.
rather
That
than
makes
like the
sense.
invincibility. Yeah. So your goal, it's kind of like this approaching laser. It's kind of like when you're standing here and she's standing here, you kind of like have to cut off this wall and like push her back a bit. And this laser doesn't really like do that. It kind of like it's trying to win an interaction that could happen right here or like beat dash back. And she can dash back, but it's like not as much of the way that she like moves around the stage. So I would probably already here, like once I've missed the grab, I think that's my one read.
Yeah.
Fiction has said before you get two reads with your invincibility, or you get one and then optimal stage positioning, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I might have missed this grab and then switched to like full hot bears over here with the top platform because she's not like quite far enough in the corner yet. I think he kind of does this trickery here where he like goes to center, rolls into center. That's like a way for him to like waste some of your invincibility and not be all the way in the corner.
Right.
And then he kind of like jumps up here. So yeah, the only way to like hold this area right here would be with full hops and the top platform.
Yeah.
Falco's just like not that good at holding areas in this box, right? With just your short hop, you're not the best character in the game at that. Even like Falcon Nair, Marth forward air, Sheik forward air, they're all better at just like holding space, like
Yeah.
on like an FD like level. If they just like spam moves in place, they're better than Falco spamming moves in place. Even short hop, auto cancel back air, it's pretty good. It's pretty much worse than all the top tiers. Like they all have a better move to spam in place. Falco's better at spamming moves like this. That's why I think like full hop bear, drop through bear is really good, or like the waveland off bear, or you use this edge of the platform. But against Peach, you shouldn't have to like give that up. So I think that you can just like defend this basically, and that would be from the moment you miss the grab. So I would like come down. I like the grab, laser grab. It's like if she holds shield, that wins. So then the 50-50 here is she holds shield or she rolls, and then you could beat the roll next time or whatever. You could read
Yeah.
this. And the moment I miss this, now I'm either gonna like AC bear or full hop bear, I think, or double jump waveline, drop through bear or something. So yeah, nice. Ooh.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Yeah. I think sometimes, and this might even be correct, it just feels doomed when you're down one stock to three, so you get more
Yeah.
and more desperate. It might not be correct in this matchup because the nature of this matchup is such that like you're kind of supposed to never ever ever get hit.
Yeah.
And if you get clipped, you die. So with that like dynamic, it is possible that you never get hit for three stocks. So like if you should just one thing I'll say to myself sometimes in a tournament match, and this is kind of like more of a mentality thing than a actual strategy, but I'll just tell myself like, okay, I'm gonna lose this game, but I'm gonna make them play like 3 more minutes. Like I'm gonna stress them out, because
Yeah.
like this game being hard to close out makes the best of five easier, basically,
Right.
for you. It's just like, dude, I got him on this last stock, and then he like I started going in too much. I had to start backing off more. No, I have to play discipline. Okay, I can't just go up and take it. And then the next stock, or the next game, they're gonna like quote unquote play correct
Right.
because you've like forced them to kind of like remember their game plan and stuff. Because it's just yeah. Because I think the alternative, if you're like super ready to punish like a YOLO dash attack, it's just that this isn't really a matchup where you're ever gonna do that. So like
Right.
your best punish on dash attack is like down air grab forward throw. All right, got her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that was good. I think I need to. I think I was stingy with my bears, with my zoning
Hmm.
bears,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
think that's a big thing of like just like don't even try to hit her, but do put the move out. Like
Yep.
that's
Yep.
a big difference.
Yep. Let me see if I have.
Oops.
Yeah. So this one, the fancy like waveline here, is basically
Mhm.
like the moment she got past me, I'm immediately concerned about making sure she didn't actually get past me because she kind of like got past me with an air dodge, so it doesn't like
Mhm.
really count. Like she has no choice but to shield here, and then my shield pressure, I could like turn around, grab, back throw, or I can do the waveline to get past her. It's
Mhm.
not really worth it to like wave dash through her and get shield grab, maybe. So, but this
Yeah.
is an example of like this mobility, the edge of the side platform, right?
Yeah.
It's just like and that's like the border check. She tried to get past the border check, but it's like nope. And then I'm back here, and then she
Right.
kind of ends up getting gimped by double down air. I think this is same thing as the Pokemon clip. Yeah, all my punish game clips are this. There's just
Yeah.
her being stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
There's a zoning bear that we were kind of talking about. Like these trades are like really good. Where like
Right.
from this position, it might be tempting to try to laser her landing or to try to like get up here or something. But if I just AC bear preemptively, I didn't react to anything. I just
Yeah.
reacted to like the square is moving forward. Like
Mhm.
then here I probably see like I'm just more willing to miss bears.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she's kind of like stuck. This is an example of what I was talking about, how I react with grab when she gets up. This is below 100, but she gets up and I do dash up grab, and she gets her shield up for like a few frames. So
Right.
very hard to react with anything else. Then dash back grab if she rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even when I miss a full hop bear, see how like I full hop bear and I'm gonna drift back to this border check right here, and it's
Mhm.
eight edge cancel bear again because it's like this edge of the platform. Like she's gonna have such a hard time getting past this edge of the platform. So it's like first she's having so much trouble getting up, and when she finally succeeds, she's having so much trouble getting past here. So
Yeah.
yeah. And real quick before we go, let me look at my neutral clips, see if I have anything I forgot to talk about. So we talked about aerial in front of her landing. Didn't come up that much because it's more of an FD thing. Because everywhere else you should just use a platform.
Yeah.
We talked about this one. This is like my favorite recent clip I've had, just because like this is how I am thinking about every matchup in the game now. This is like a Falco strength thing rather than a Peach
Yeah.
weakness. It's like this like incremental, like, okay, I need to get a laser out. To get a laser out, I'm going to use one of the edge of the platform. I'll use this one. And now that I have a laser out, I'm going to use it to take the space to get to this one. And then from here, I'm going to
see.
just win the mix up. So it's just like,
Yeah, that's
it
cool.
makes it really easy not to, like, I'm sure we've all had the, like, I want to early approaching down air here,
Yeah.
And the way I like get myself to stop that now is to kind of just like, no, this is the next objective. We play for this
Right.
objective. And then once I get it, it's like, okay, well now this is the next objective. So I'm not gonna like approach quote unquote until I get here. And it's like I get here, it's like, okay, well now that I have this objective, I'm gonna and I end up just this is such a good laser, I kind of just get a grab. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh. Oh yeah, I really like forward throw forward tilt. Is that what I did here? No, just laser forward tilt. Forward throw forward tilt. Yeah, okay. So forward
Hmm.
throw forward tilt, laser forward tilt, dash attack. It just like keeps her in the corner, and then shine kills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So the fighting her in the center, I probably unironically, I probably just lose to a better Peach here,
Hmm.
because that shield grab is probably just a jump float nair. It's lagless. It probably hits me. I die. You know.
I
So
see. Yeah.
it's like, and then over here, yeah, even that, like, just whiff punishing down tilt. Like, why is she down tilting in this matchup?
Hmm.
So, but the actual like pushing her back, and it's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh,
Cool.
full stock fighting. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting
If
all
I remember,
these.
go ahead.
I was gonna say the Yoshi's thing is like, uh, being very confident that the laser will come out off the top platform at
Yes.
like the right
Yeah.
height is like such a. I've
Yeah.
practiced that so much because it's so important to be able to like play neutral on this stage.
Yeah. Yeah. This clip is like a perfect example of what a Yoshi Story stock should look like, and
Uh
it's just
huh.
like it's 30 seconds long, no combos.
Yeah.
But it's like, so we can't really. We kind of try to fight for center at the start, and I get a laser. I end up kind of getting a hit for no reason. But then this is like where neutral really starts in my mind. Where how am I gonna kind of like threaten the box? And I do the like short hop shine into double jump away instead of like a short hop commitment into the box.
Hmm.
And then from here I do shield drop laser. And so if you've practiced the runoff lasers, I would suggest that you just don't fast fall them on this stage.
Mm.
If you're cracked, you can fast fall them, but it's like a 2 frame window. It's like really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
So I tend to just go for the no fastball. I've been trying to do the fastball a little more recently. It is good. Like if you can do
Yeah.
it, it
Yeah.
feels insane. But otherwise, the shield drop laser is also good if ever you actually have center here.
Yeah.
Which this is also common where Peach will give you center kind of for no reason. You have to take it. It's like a lot of Peaches will kind of like leave and come back, and that has to be like you leave, and then she should regret her choice here. So I just instantly take it with a laser. And then corner pressure, so it instantly switches to corner pressure. Like you can tell the difference between like I have her in the corner, I'm gonna play grounded and wall her out. When she's in center, I was platform camping. Like
Right.
really, like a stark difference in how I play. So, yep, laser grab. That was kind of what we talked about. Where like,
Hmm.
how do you prevent her from falling here? Well, she will land, but she'll land in a mix up basically. So she just gets laser grabbed. And then the grab was forward throw wave dash forward tilt, which is like almost a combo.
Hmm.
Um, Another reason why I like non up throw, because like I like back throws when you're like close to the corner, and then like forward throw is like almost because her jump is so crap.
Yeah.
So she's just like really bad at escaping these. Yeah, switch to bear when you have her here. Put out hitboxes. That was probably too much. I could like tell, like when I nared, I went too far into the corner here.
Oh, right.
Instead of covering this here, I nared into the corner, and then I kind of like, oh shit, I should go back this way. So I do it again. I don't do it clean enough, so I don't hit her.
Mhm.
But yeah, so, cool.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
neat. Yeah. Sounds good. How's the teeter stuff been going? Have you been using that at all?
The only one I still use is so if I'm here, I'll wave land and then stop here with a light shield, and then if
Okay.
they hit me, I'll fall forward. I don't really like schmoove around the stage with it.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you've seen, but like Chef Rock will regularly post clips
Yeah.
of his Falcon doing it. It just looks so much better with Falcon.
Right.
Like,
I think it
he's
is.
like
Yeah.
flying across the stage with stomps and like canceling the thing. With Falco, you kind of move from here to here, which like
Yeah.
you probably can do anyways, you know? Like
Yeah, no,
you
I
don't
agree.
really need the teeter to do it. So, but I really like just like jump wave on forward shield, because like since I'm so focused on the edge of this platform here, adding teeter shield right here has been like a really helpful like other side of this mix up. There's a clip of Bobby and he like shielded here, and someone, I forget what move I think it was Fox up smash here, hit the shield and he fell off and 0 to death him automatically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so like just adding teeter shield here is kind of insane. I had a clip where I teeter shielded here and a Fox full hop bared me, and I falling lasered and then fucked him up.
That's
So,
crazy.
like the fact that you can do it, so like you wave dash at the 45-degree angle, it stops you teeters shields, and if they hit your shield from center, you just start holding straight in, and they hit you from center, you'll fall, and you can like it's almost
Yeah.
like the thing like normally that only works to hit you from this side, but the fact that you can
Yeah.
do it versus center stage is kind of good too. So most characters have a move that is good against it though. Like Fox can up air and it's a 2 hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Marth can kind of nair. Sheik doesn't really have a good one, so it's pretty good against Sheik, but Sheik can like outspace you anyways. Like she'll just throw hop fair or bear, and then like what you're gonna fall, you're not gonna whiff punish it. You're just still gonna be like kind of in trouble.
Right.
So yeah, so it's not quite as like game changing as I thought it would be, but that teeter shield is kind of nice, and yeah, I think that in general, like Falco's more like obvious things to do from the platform. If you're on the top platform, you have like run off lasers and run off down airs and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like trying to be like super cute with like the teeter stuff. It's like for example, one of my favorite clips I posted, someone was like shielding here, and I like teetered back and forth here into like shield drop down air shine or something, but it kind of didn't really do anything. And if I had just played for this edge of the platform and just done run off laser, it's like equally overwhelming pressure. And
Yeah.
sometimes every time I like down air here, it's like I'm kind of just letting them roll to center, and then
Yeah.
it's like yeah, it's not quite, it's like kind of preventing full hop, but like it's not, who cares, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
One I've really liked doing is as get out of the corner where you like are being chased and you like jump waveland to the far edge and then instantly dash the other way full
yeah.
hop. Yeah. And sometimes
full
you'll
hop,
even
yeah.
get them to like, if they overcommit to chasing you, you can actually just react and instead of full hop, just shield drop dare it or something like that.
Yeah.
That's been feeling really good for me.
I was thinking even short hop, where on this stage especially where you get the teeter with the short hop. So like
Yeah.
if you are being chased here, you can like waveline teeter here
Yep.
and then short hop down here.
Yep.
And now you have the inner edge of the platform. You can like run off laser or something. So
Yep.
I think the big thing is that it's with Falco, it's not about doing it repeatedly. That's not
Yeah.
really doing anything. And even like this, I used to do this one. And this one I also think doesn't really have much use because it's actually kind of slow. The only exception in punish games, sometimes you'll do like bear
Right,
or
right.
something. But like if I do this, I'm probably just gonna now play on the inner edge of the platform. So I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna run off bear or run off down air or run off laser.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna do because like you can also do the teeter shield from this, and now if they touch my shield, I'll fall off bear or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that edge is just so strong that one teeter to get from here to here actually does seem pretty good because
Yeah.
this inner edge of the platform, it's like, for example, let's say I'm playing here. Well, now I'm in the corner. I'm gonna ledge dash, jump shine, waveline here. Now I can teeter to here, and like that's a way to like the first objective is this edge of the platform from the ledge. So it's like I'm gonna try to establish this zone, and then
Yeah.
from here the next objective is here. And now that I'm here, I'm top tier Falco. They can like just fight anyone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think off the tap platform, the fact that I think you're right that like the one teeter for the really fast change of direction is like what's good with Falco because like the fact that I could either waveland off the tap platform or I could teeter dash back, dash off the platform, or like just go off the other side of the platform and fall with the laser is such a crazy set of mix-ups to be able to do.
What feels weird to me, so on this stage, it's kind of weird because like it doesn't feel like it's adding a mix-up to me since I don't have a runoff mix-up on this stage, right? So on this stage, it's just annoying to attack into me if I'm doing the teeter down airs, but it's already annoying to attack into short hop down airs. And then on this stage, I tend to just so this stage is pretty nice because you can teeter on this platform also, I think. But and then it's good because you can kind of do what you're describing, where like from here I can either run off, turn around, laser, and this one is easy to fast fall, so like I do this one all the time. Or you can teeter to the other one and then do it. However, I tend to just do this mix up by dash dancing here. I tend to feel so safe up here that I don't need the preemptive down air teeter to like prevent people from hitting me. So I tend to just like run like if I just dash dance here and then like pick a random direction and down air, I almost never get hit for that, except for like foxes that just YOLO up air me, and I'm not sure if the down air is like what I want to do against that. I might want to shield it or just like get out of the way or something. So yeah. But it's definitely like it feels so good to do.
It does. It's like crack to spam it. Like
this one's hard. You have to fade back to do it on
yeah. I went in and found all the lengths of all the platforms, and the hardest is fountains. And then Pokemon, and then these side platforms, and then Yoshi's, and then the Battlefield and Dreamland, all Battlefield's platforms, and then Dreamland's top is like free.
Yeah, Yeah, that.
But yeah.
I mainly use it on Battlefield, and that's part of the nice thing about the Waveland one I was telling you about too. It's not dependent on anything.
Yeah,
Anytime
yeah.
you're this close to an edge of a platform, you can jump Waveland Shield, and that's kind of a nice mix up. And even from here, sometimes I will straw hop off, shine, turn around, and so it's like from here I can do it like this, like.
Yeah.
Except I'm messing up now, but like that. So if I have center here, I kind of mentioned I don't think Falco's that good in the center here. He's good at controlling center from here. So this is a way where like I might land a laser here, and then they jump waveline over here. And Falco like can't really cover the side platform from here very well. So I might do something like this.
Yeah,
And then if they like attack me from the side platform, like have you ever seen a fox do this in air? Like every single fox in the world,
Yeah.
right? If they're on the side platform and I do this, sometimes their nair actually hits me here. And then they short hop nair, touch my shield, I fall forward down air, and then I can like kill them. That's kind of like a crazy little application. But
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
I was just curious how that was going because I've been messing with it too.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite one.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right.
I guess I will